Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever your choice of drink may be. Come sit with me. We're going to talk about a few things, just a few. I hope everyone is doing well, enjoyed their day, their rest, their evening. I had a great evening. A great restful one. I did. I binge watched a little Netflix last night. Oh man, this show is great. Who Killed Sarah? Oh, that's a great show. It reminded me of an old show I used to watch, Revenge. I don't know if anyone ever watched Revenge, but this Who Killed Sarah reminds me of. Come on, grab your drinks. Let's get ready to go, 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 go. Get into some things. Hey, Queen, how are you, Kimberly? We gonna talk about Zillz'S and Sindy'S love story. Yeah, this is my perception of it. Remember, my perception, my perspective, my view, and my opinion. Because I think I didn't see anything wrong with their love story. Well, I saw something wrong with it, but I didn't see anything wrong with how they met. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. And where the relationship probably went a little sour at. And why do we know? Because again, they put it on social media, a public platform. So, but there's nothing wrong with meeting someone on YouTube. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You can meet some great people on YouTube. You can meet your husband, your wife, your partner, your friend, your confidant. Yeah, you can meet them right here on YouTube. Hey, Jay Dunn, what's going on, baby? You being good today, Jay Dunn? So I'm going to let this jazz play in the background because I think it's so soothing. This is my favorite. That's Dr. Sax Love's Motown. I like Dr. Sax Love. Can you guys still hear it? Because I don't want to talk too loud because my grandbaby is on spring break. And I guess when she's on spring break, she finds her way to my house for the whole break. So, and she loves to sleep with Yaya. So I have her this morning. So I'm a little quiet. But let's talk about Sindy. Oh, okay. Oh, cool, Jay Dunn. Yeah, I heard Bigo is fun, but I heard they don't play. They don't play over there. They'll come for you. So let's talk about Zillz'S and Sindy love story. And I only got sound bites of it. And I looked at a couple of her vids, brief, not in depth. Good morning, peace, love. I didn't look at her videos in depth, but I heard a couple of sound bites from different content creators, subbies and stuff. You know how we all offer our opinion. And I didn't see anything wrong with how she met Zill. I didn't see anything wrong with that at all. Via YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that because most people meet their spouses, loved ones, partners, friends through social media, at the grocery store, at church, at work, at school, at the gym, walking the trail. You never know where you meet the person that you fall in love with. Now, I don't know if I should call it a real love, but what I can say about it is we cannot determine how soon someone falls in love or what makes them fall in love. Most people fall in love with certain things. Your personality, Some people fall in love with people because they say, "Oh man, he fine or she fine," so they tend to, well, that could be a little lust, like something about that person. But it doesn't matter where you meet them because we can't say how Cindy felt. I heard people, really dragging her. How the F you gonna meet somebody on YouTube in the beef sector and fall in love with them or meet up with them? Simple. Just like you meet somebody on Plenty of Fish, eHarmony, and other dating sites, you meet them, you start conversing with them, you guys see similar interests, and you meet. It doesn't matter whether you meet today, tomorrow, months down the road. You just meet the person. You feel comfortable meeting them. And you meet them with the expectation that the relationship can go further. So I didn't see anything wrong with that. But some people found a lot of fault in that. I didn't find any. Where I found the problem to be is when you brought your sour relationship on YouTube and some of your sexual innuendos, acts, or what went on when you expressed that and the way you guys communicated on YouTube, because there's a public platform and everyone had access to your business. And that's where the problem lay. Not that she met Zillz'S here, because we really don't know what type of person she is. We don't know what type of person. We don't know what type of person he is. We don't really know what type of person she is. The only thing we know is that they met in the beef sector of YouTube, they call it. But do we even know exactly? We don't know how they look. We don't know what conversations they had, what made her fall so hard for him. We don't know any of those things for us to judge. The only thing that we capable of judging is what they put for public consumption. The things she said, the videos she made. That's the only thing we know. We don't know what even piqued her interest with this guy. Now, we wouldn't be talking the same talk had it turned it out good. But just because it had a bad ending, everyone is talking about it. But let's be realistic, because we all are people. Jay Dunn, I'm going to take you, for example, and sweetheart, the only reason why I'm going to take you, for example, because we know some of we knew one of your relationships, but you met him on YouTube and you guys conversed and you saw something you liked in each other. So you decided, we're going to continue this. But in order for us to continue this relationship, I need to see you face to face. I need to feel you. To develop a relationship, I need to feel you. I need to see you. I need to hold you. I need to laugh with you. I need to be a part of you. And the only way you can do that is if you go meet someone. So what was so bad about him going to Boston and her going to Virginia? I didn't see anything wrong with it at all. Nothing at all. It just happened to be the place she met him at. And who are we to judge how she felt? See, you don't know. I've heard stories. In fact, I've heard stories of co-workers meeting people online and marrying them and have a beautiful marriage. I've heard my co-worker had an aunt who jumped on the back of a motorcycle they were at some type of bar event. She jumped on the back of a motorcycle of this gentleman's and they went off to Vegas, got married. And they had, at that point, they had been married something like 20 years. So it worked. It worked. You don't have to know somebody for years and years and years to fall in love with them or to develop a relationship with them. So that's false. That's just a false pretense. Oh, you don't even know him. You only know him for 10 days and you married him. You don't know what they discussed. You don't know what their hearts felt at that moment. It doesn't take a long time to fall in love. It doesn't. It's where each other hearts meet and how they develop and cultivate the relationship. That's what makes the love. Not amount of time. People say that all the time. How could she love him? You don't know what they had developed in that short period of time. You don't know what he said to her. You don't know how he made her feel. You don't know what she said to him. You don't know how she made him feel. So we can't judge that. We can't call them stupid. We can't look down on them just because they met on YouTube in the beef sector. That's like meeting, I guess, at Plenty of Fish or eHarmony or some of those dating sites, you guys. You know, you meet somebody there. They say something, it piques your interest, and then you guys start conversing, and then it leads into meeting each other. And once you meet each other, you begin to develop a relationship, and your heart gets involved. You know, you like that person for whatever reason. We don't know Zillz'S. We don't know Sindy. We only know what they put on this public display, this platform. That's all we know about them. So how are we gonna say, oh, she's nasty? Oh, I just disgusted. I would never meet a man. Well, if you don't have a man or a woman, you never know how you're going to meet that person. You don't know. You're just judging their relationship because the way it was presented to us on YouTube. But I didn't see anything wrong with them. And I may be the only one that didn't see anything wrong with them meeting in the beef sector on YouTube. That two grown, consenting adults did what they wanted to do. Who are we to judge them? Who are we to call her crazy because her heart was in that place? She fell in love or whatever, if they say is love. I don't know. But I'm just saying, who are we to judge that? The only thing we are actually capable and able to judge is what she put out there when the relationship didn't work. But do we know all the good times they may have had on the phone laughing, chatting it up, or when they got in person? Only what she put out here. And when she did come forth with a lot of this stuff, other than some of the stuff she put on here, when she did, it was after the relationship went sour. So I don't know. So most people are not going to put their good times out there if they want you to look at a person a certain way. They're going to put the bad out there. And that's what we can judge. We can't judge what really took place. But I don't see anything wrong with their love story. It's their love story. It's how they tell it. In order for us to perceive it, they would have to tell it. I don't know how he looked. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Sometimes, people do stand outside in front of a gas station and ask for someone's number. What's wrong with that? How are you going to get to meet someone if you don't take a chance? If I don't ask you, hey, what's your phone number? And if I decide to give you my phone number and we converse on the telephone and we laugh and we talk about some things, we laugh, we probably could cry. I don't know. You don't know what could develop of someone giving you their phone number. So what? Even though most people will shun people like that when someone walk up to you, good morning, with no car, Mz.T, you don't have to have a car. People meet on a bus, baby. What is wrong with that? See, the reason why I think that my perspective is a little different is because you don't have to have a car. It's so much public transportation where I live. What does it mean if you don't have a car? I would like for you to have a car, but if you don't have a car, what does that mean? If you don't have your own house, what does that mean? Does that make you a bad person? Or perhaps that may make you be in a person of a position where you can't afford those things right now. I mean, come on. It's somebody for everybody. Somebody for everybody. So I can't judge you and say, because you don't have a car, you may not be the man. Because, see, I can say you don't have a car, but if we build this relationship, we can help you get a car. I don't know why you don't have a car. You know, so it's hard to kind of be so judgmental and look down on this relationship. Why ask for numbers by the gas pump with no car? Perhaps he's a gentleman. He just want to pump your gas. They said no. Maybe he's just a guy out there and he wants to pump your gas. I pulled up to a gas pump uh, a couple of weeks ago. I was going somewhere and the guy was sitting in his car. He said, "Excuse me, miss, can I pump your gas?" And I'm the type of person that's normally say no. I said, "Sure, you could pump my gas." So I went in the store, got my food, came out. He got out his car, came to pump his gas. But I had peeped out that he had a baby seat in the back, came to pump his gas. You know, came to pump my gas. And he said, "Can I have your number?" And I said, "No, I'm married." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You married?" I said, "Yes, I'm married." He said, "Oh, do you have a social media?" I just told you I was married. So no, I'm not giving you my social media. I said, "No, I don't have a social media. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have anything. But thank you for pumping my gas. You have a blessed day." That's exactly what I said. I said, "Thank you for pumping my gas and you have a blessed day." He wanted to pump my gas. Now, had I been single or something like that and I found him attractive, or I thought, "Hey, that's a nice gentleman." You don't see too many men offer to pump your gas anymore. "Hey, pink sugar baby." So if I had any attraction to him or something, then I may have given him my number or my social media. But it wasn't about that. You asked to pump my gas. Normally, I would have said no, but in this case, I said yes, but I shut your advancements down because I didn't want them. So we can't say what because someone don't have a car. Some people choose not to drive. That doesn't mean they don't have money to buy a car. So we have to stop being small minded when it comes to stuff like that. Kimberly Black just said, "Hold on. I met my ex-husband at a gas station. He asked, 'Can I buy your gas?' Married for 15 years. I should have bought my own gas that day." But see, so it doesn't matter where you meet someone at. This is not the worst place to be, YouTube in the beef sector, that you can't meet good people. You meet good people all the time. It's just what you put out here. You put it out here. You was a little sensual, sexual, a little explicit in some of your videos. And so you allow people to know your business, you know. And now that I believe Cindy is heartbroken because the relationship didn't go as well as she wanted it to go, is more stuff coming out, you know. But what was so bad about that? It could have been a very, very successful love story had they really connected and made it work. And so let's go here. So what if they met up to have sex? Come on now, we all grown. We all grown. Let's not play like we're so innocent. We're not grown. So what? If they start talking nasty, a little bit sexual, salty, or however you say that, on the telephone, and they wanted to try each other. So what? Two grown consenting adults. Why would that bother you? It's none of our damn business. The only reason why we know is because they put it down here on their platform, on her platform. That's the only reason why we know. How do we know if the opinion was big, little, the sex was good or bad? The only way we know that is because someone had to tell it. We was not in that bed with them or whatever took place. We wasn't there. We only going by what Cindy is telling us. "Hey, Dr. Cat, what's going on? Call me later, baby." How do we know? So we can't say that. We can't say that a person is no good because they don't own a car. Or at that particular time they don't have a job. You know, that's our problem. We look for materialistic things to make a relationship, and they don't. They don't make a relationship. when you build something together. So what if they had built upon a relationship? Okay, hold on, baby. I'll get to you. They said no, because you know all the ins and outs. So give me a minute. They say no, and I'm going to deal with you. But so what if he didn't have a car? They hooked up and they say, hey, listen, I realize you don't have a car. You know, we'll work on getting you a car, baby. Then he gets a car. Then he helps her buy something. Then they, they go from there. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. I think we're just looking at it with different lens. Listen, I'm looking at it this way. Hey, what if they would have came back and told us that, the relationship was great and they decided to get married? And I'm just going to talk about Mr. Carruthers for a minute, because we've seen Mr. Carruthers and Legale have a relationship and we all thought it was a joke, and it happened to be real. It happened to be real. Did the relationship develop as they planned? It didn't. And how do we know? Because they came down here and told us. We wouldn't have known unless they told us. But I didn't see anything wrong with that. People was laughing and mocking and dragging and saying, but that was them. They were two consenting there were two adults that decided that they wanted to talk off YouTube. And had it worked out and they got married and we would have attended I guess the wedding virtually, however, it would have been a beautiful thing to people. People wouldn't have looked down on the meeting. It doesn't matter where you meet someone at. It's what you make of the relationship. Now, when I met my husband, he didn't have very much and I didn't have very much. And we built together. We built together. I didn't look at him and say, oh, because you don't have this, I don't want you. He didn't look at me and say, oh, because you don't have this, I don't want you. We said, hey, we gonna do this thing together. We go build. This is what we, aspire to have in a couple of years. This is how we're gonna work towards it. And this is how we will do. I brought new cars. He brought me a brand new car. He brought him a brand new car. But at one point he couldn't do that. He said, I'll give you this ring now, but I promise to buy you a better ring down the line. Brought me plenty of jewelry. So see, it doesn't matter. And I knew he didn't have nothing. At that time, we used to drink, right? And he would, on payday, my husband would buy a bottle of, what was it? Gin. And it was black and white label gin. That was some cheap shit. That was some cheap shit. Black and white label. It was the cheap gin, right? So we would have us a couple of drinks and we would have a good time. And we built something beautiful at one point. And that's the God honest truth. And neither one of us had much to offer to each other. But what we did have to offer, we offered and we built on that. So it doesn't matter what you don't have or what you do have. If you're looking for someone to have all the material wealth in order to complete you, or to develop a relationship, you'll never find a relationship, a meaningful one at least. You won't. You'll never have a good relationship because you're building your relationship on the wrong thing. Is that you don't meet somebody for what they have. You meet someone for who they are. Now, I already know you have to bring something to the table. That's the next thing you guys gonna say. Well, Miss T, you have to bring something to the table. I agree. But you could bring me happiness. You don't have to bring me something monetary. You could bring me comfort in other ways. You can balance me out. You could be the yin to my yang. You don't have to bring something materialistic for me to say, oh, you the right man for me. Nah, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. And if that's how you looking for someone, I get it, because we don't want someone that don't have anything to offer. However, we need to be very careful of that, looking for the materialistic thing. Because most men, now this is the truth, listen, most men who are well put together, and this if you're a single woman, especially a woman at a particular age or even younger now, most men who have their shit well put together, they don't want to commit. They don't want to commit because, see, they have the opportunity to play the field, what they call play the field. So a lot of them are afraid of commitment because they have built everything they have by themselves. So they don't need you. All they need you for in most cases is to lay and play with them. So especially if you're a woman of a particular age and you looking for that guy that has everything, you may be looking for the wrong guy. You might be just looking for the wrong guy. You may end up being by yourself for the rest of the duration because you're looking for someone with materialistic things. You're not looking at someone's heart. See, when you come empty or you don't have much to offer, you have a better chance of building a solid, loving, healthy relationship together. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, I ain't no love expert, but I could tell you some shit now. I'm telling you the truth. So if you out there, hey, Miss Playful Baby. So if you out there looking for that guy who has that nice BMW, Mercedes Benz, who has, who has a nice house, wearing Gucci product, you might be looking for the wrong one. I'm telling you, you may just be looking for the wrong one because you're looking at what he have. You're not looking at him for who he is. You looking at for what he has. Right. Sorry, y'all. Let me correct myself. You're not looking to meet him. You saw all those nice things, and that's what captured your attention to this gentleman. But that doesn't mean anything. Nothing at all. Hey, Black Butterfly. Doesn't mean a thing. So, my perspective on Cindy and Zill's relationship, that is nothing wrong with them meeting each other here on YouTube. Is what they put out here on the public platform for us to consume. It was nothing wrong with that relationship. Now, I don't care if he didn't have a car. He might have been a good man. He could have ran into some problems that he didn't have a car. But not to say he wasn't saving for a car. Or the car of his choice. And see, when you come from Virginia, Maryland, DC, and different areas, I mean, public transportation is plentiful. You don't have to own a car. Sometimes I park my car and drive into DC because I don't want to pay the parking and I don't want to be bothered with the traffic because there's plenty of traffic in this. I mean, there's plenty of transportation in this area. So you don't have to own a car. Some people are afraid to drive. They could have gotten in an accident when they were younger and it made them afraid to ever want to drive, so they don't drive. So, it doesn't mean anything because he didn't have a car. Apparently he liked her or he lusted for her. He lusted for her that he drove wherever she was for them to do whatever they did. And I'm not mad because, again, they are two consensual adults. Now, the relationship just didn't work out, So, I'm going to read some of these comments, but that was my take on Cindy and Zill's love story. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Do I see all bad in it? No. What I saw bad in it, it was her making it for public consumption. They could have kept that stuff hidden. But everyone brings, not everyone, but a lot of people bring everything to YouTube, so to social media. Let me say it like that. Let me speak to these people. Do you even know how Zill's look? I don't know how Zill's look. Good morning, Sassy Butterfly, baby girl. Jay Dunn, not good looking at all. Oh, I don't know. I think Jay Dunn's nice looking to me, but that's to me. He looks like the guy that's standing outside the gas station asking for random female numbers. How do you know that? They said no. How do you know he looks like the guy? Have you seen him before? With no car, Miss Teav? It's okay, baby. You don't have to have a car. Why? Ask for numbers by the gas pump with no car. Because perhaps you're there to pump gas for that person. You're waiting. It doesn't matter how you meet. That means go next to the Doritos in the inside of the gas station. You could go next to the Doritos. You could go to the next to the water cooler. You could go anywhere to meet anyone. It doesn't matter. You said no. You walk in. I don't know what you mean by that. Hey, Pink Sugar, my love. What's going on, baby? Good morning. Good morning, sweet and chocolate. Yes, you do, Miss T. They always asking. Maybe I'm lost in the conversation. Kimberly, we already read that one. Thank you, Queen Diva, for being up early with me. A vehicle does not make a man. You can go to Enterprise and rent a car, but I prefer a man to own his own home. Okay, and that's cool. That's cool. So let's talk about that. Now, that's your preference, sweet and chocolate, but I get it. Sometimes people live with other people to save money, especially nowadays, y'all. Nowadays, it's kind of rough out here for some people, but they live with other people to save money. So when you meet them, they tell you, hey, I live with my mom. I pay my mom $300, but baby, I make 1,000 a week and I save, 700 of my dollars or 500, and I have $20,000 to put down on the house. So when I meet someone, or if I decide to buy a home for myself, I have saved 20 or 30 grand to put down by living with my mother. We never know why someone lives with someone. We just don't know, you guys. This is just being really like judgmental and critical. We don't know what the circumstances are, so we can't always talk. She paid for the ride, Miss T. Come on now. Oh, see, I don't know all that. They said no. You tell me more. Like I said, I had sound bites. I watched a couple of vids. I watched very little of her videos, because one time I went over there to watch it, and she was speaking in French, and hell, I don't speak French, so I just left. It turned me off. Hey, okay. 10 hours to see him, and he couldn't pay for the bus or the train ride. Yeah, that's an indication. That's an indication that he may not be the man for me. But hold on, y'all. Let's stay there. They said no. Let's stay there. Was it worth her paying for the peen? Maybe she got so excited by what he was saying or what she may have seen behind the screen. She said, hell, I'm going to pay for this peen. We don't know. Is that what happened? I don't know. And if she decided to pay, she paid for the peen. She paid for what she got. She knew he didn't have a car. She probably know he didn't have a job, or he didn't have this, he didn't have that. She knew how he looked, but she wanted the peen. And so she paid for the peen. That's what it looks like to me. From what you saying, they say no. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if you want peen that bad, or punani that bad, you'll pay for it, I guess, just like prostitution. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to shed light on this a little different than what everyone else is, how everyone see it. This is the way I see it. So what? She's a grown woman if she paid for peen. So they said, no, you're making a joke and assumption. That's not why Cindy said, hun. Oh, see, Butterfly knows. Sassy Butterfly knows, you know? But when I look at things or I hear things on here, I draw my own conclusions and make my own, perspective of things. And like I said, Cindy, I don't know you. You probably don't know me. I don't watch you. You probably don't watch me. But I didn't see anything wrong in you meeting Zillz'S on YouTube. The only wrong I saw is that you brought your business to a public platform, social media, whatever we want to call it, and everyone was able to make judgment. And that, it was open for that when you put it down here. So they said no's laughing at Cindy. Queen Diva, please thumbs up. Please thumbs up the video. Hey, listen. I come on here 6:30 in the morning now because I'm beginning to like this small, intimate setting. It starts my day, and hopefully the gems and the conversation we have starts your day off. Miss T, my boyfriend don't have a car, so I brought him some roller skates. Okay, well that's good. Roller skating is good for you. It's very good for you. Hey, Miss Playful baby, how are you? I hope you feeling better, Miss Playful. I watched your video and you wasn't feeling too well. So Grand Rising, hey Black Butterfly, thanks for joining me. Grandma said, thank you, Dr. Cat. That's what I was told. Everything glitter ain't gold. You know, and when you young and your grandparents or your parents say that, my dad used to say all money ain't good money, Thumbelina, and I didn't even know what he meant. But now I know. Cat, my dad used to say that, and my aunt and my mom used to say that, all that glitter ain't gold. I didn't know what they mean. Now I know what they mean. And in retrospect to this, Cat, you right. All that glitter ain't gold. Just cause he joined, just because he drive a Mercedes Benz, wear Gucci, have a nice house, make six figures don't mean he shit. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. Most of the time, hey Joyce, baby, when the package, oh poor Mr. See, Cat, I'm gonna kick your butt. Dr. Cat, I'm gonna kick your butt. Queen Diva, look at Dr. Cat being messy. But sometimes she done threw me off. But anywho, just because the package looked pretty, the other day I was doing a live and I said, and I used, I don't know why, because Jay Dunn being here with me, so I use her, you know, because we have a all right relationship. So anyway, somebody could hand you a package and it's wrapped up so nice and you're so happy because someone is giving you a gift. You happy, you smiling, and everybody is looking, and you so excited. And you open the box, the pretty box, and there's a lump of shit in there. The wrapping was pretty, but it was nothing good inside. That could be the same with a man or a woman. You could look good on the outside, but you are mean, nasty, and evil in the inside. You're not even fit for no relationship. So you right, all glitter ain't gold. You make you make my every time I watch you. You make my every time I watch you. Joyce, I don't understand, but I hope it's something nice. So Sassy must know about the relationship. Or she must follow Cindy. I don't follow Cindy, but like I said, I heard sound bites and I heard people dragging her and calling her stupid and dumb. And I even had a conversation with someone and they thought, how crazy it was. I didn't think it was crazy at all. I just thought it was two people who met on YouTube, just like they meet on eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, Single.com, BlackPlanet.com, right? Or BlackSingles.com, or any. I just thought it was two people who met on the website and they decided to try to cultivate and have a relationship. So hold on, Cindy. I mean, Sassy, you mind me asking you a couple of questions this morning? If you have time, I think I got a couple of minutes because I didn't see anything wrong with it. And I want someone else to help me, understand. I didn't see no harm in it. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this. Oh, she might be saying I do that. She knows Cindy. I don't know Cindy. I don't watch Cindy. But when Cindy was the big talk, like everyone else, I went there to look. I went on her page to look. Like I said, she had some explicit stuff on there. It seemed like at one point I could hear in her voice that she was hurt. On one of the videos I just browsed that, I could see that she probably was hurt that the relationship didn't go well. But I mean, other than that, I don't know enough to really expound on what went wrong, what went right. My perspective is coming from I didn't see anything wrong. Here, Sassy, jump on there, baby. I dropped the link. Good morning, Reconstruction. I see you hiring. Hold on, Sass. Is that you?
Hey, yep.
Hey, baby, hold on. Hold on, so I could take this off so you and I could. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, good morning.
Good
You got
morning.
the jazz in the background and whatnot.
You know what? I don't know. It's giving me a better energy in the morning to get up and come do these little intimate lives and with
Mm-hmm.
jazz in the background, and I hope it's doing the same for some others.
Gotcha.
So tell me a little bit about this love story. Did you see anything wrong with it? Let me ask you that.
I didn't at all, because so I was on D-Spot's channel talking about it because I thought it was a really cool, I mean, like you said, hold on. Okay. Like you said, I mean, the way that it ended is unfortunate, but I did think that it was a very interesting story and something different for this sector.
Right.
So yeah, that's the way that I told the story on D Spot. I didn't tell it in a disparaging way, because she
Okay.
really didn't give it in a disparaging way. In it, like initially, I mean, well, I guess I'm being a little nice. I mean, she was very specific and kind
Mm-hmm.
of, out there with the stuff, but
Uh-huh.
you could tell, like, when she goes through the story, it's like they liked each other, and they spent some time getting to know each other. And I don't know what they said. No, I don't know you. This is my first time interacting with you. You are a mess, honey.
Who?
They said no.
Oh, they
Um,
said no. Yeah.
but she did not. He does have a car. She literally said he drove to see her, and then she took a train to see him. But I
That's
didn't.
what I thought I heard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I did. I was in the chat the night that she, kind of, spilled the beans. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
questions you have, yeah, I'm able to probably answer them. And I saw her community wall for 2 weeks up until that moment where she, kind of just laid it out.
Okay, so do you think that she really fell hard for him?
Yeah. Of
I
course, most
think so
definitely,
too.
most definitely. That's undeniable.
Wow. But so it sounds to me, it sounds like that he didn't reciprocate the feelings.
Well, he maybe initially he did. He had to at some point. This is the thing that I will say. When you fall out with people,
Right.
especially on these YouTube streets, it's very interesting to me. You fall out with somebody, you have a disagreement, you guys no longer are digging each other. And then people
Mhm.
like to go back to the beginning of the situationship and say, "Oh, you never liked them, or
Right.
you were always tripping, or I was always side eye." What? No, there's
Right.
a
Right.
progression in any type of
Mhm.
relationship, right? So just because we fell out does not mean that I wasn't feeling you at some point. And that's what I get from this. I don't think it was just totally one-sided. I mean, the man drove 10 hours to see her.
That's what I see, Cindy. I mean, oh Jesus. See, Sassy, that's how I looked at it. Apparently, it was something there that they wanted to further the relationship. They wanted to take a chance by meeting each other to either, it could have been for sexual pleasure or whatever. They decided that they were going to go further than YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything wrong with that. They are two adults.
No,
They're not children. It's
they're
not
not.
like she's a young girl and he,
Mhm.
it was some freaky stuff, you know
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
like to say
Yeah.
that. No, they were,
Nefarious. It
yeah,
wasn't nefarious.
nefarious.
Right.
Thank you, baby. So I didn't see anything wrong with it. I thought it was a beautiful thing until it didn't end well. But had it ended well, and she would have came on here and showed everybody her journey with their relationship working, it would have been a different story. People wouldn't have the opportunity to say the things they said. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, people want to pick it apart now, and I mean, I
Right.
understand, that's kind of the nature. It's not even this sector. That's just the nature of how people think. Like I said, I mean,
Right.
I have a cousin who's lesbian, same gender loving, and she's been with her partner for, I don't know, I think they would have to have been together 15 or 16 years now.
Hmm.
But the family wasn't, the family didn't think that it was something that was going to work out, not because they're same gender loving, they just didn't like the dynamic, right? And
Uh-huh.
we have people there now, they're getting a divorce, and we have people in the family saying, "I told you it wasn't going to work out." I'm like,
Right. Right.
it's
Waiting.
15, 16 years later, what are y'all talking about?
And here's another thing too. You never know. People, you could meet someone and be with them for years before you ever marry them,
Of
right?
course.
You marry them and you divorce shortly after
It happens all
because
the
you
time.
really didn't, something just went wrong. And that
Mm-hmm.
happens in relationships. Not
Mm-hmm.
that there wasn't any love there at first. And
Mm-hmm.
then you have relationships where people marry, you have marriages people marry and they build their relationship. They build together and it blossoms into a beautiful, healthy, happy relationship, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a time factor. Oh, she only knew him 6 months. Shit, I went there, never went with him. That's some crazy stuff. It does not matter if she knew him 2 or 3 days, because if it would have worked out, you would have thought differently.
But 6 months is a long
That's a long
time
time.
to get
O-
to know somebody. I mean, I mean,
Okay,
my
Sassy.
situation was kind of outed on D spot, but I mean, I'm getting to know somebody, and 6 months is a long time to
I-
really to delve into getting to know somebody. So I don't know. I think it's just people are, some people are just wanting to, be
Find
negative about this
wrong.
situation. Yeah.
Find wrong, yeah. Find fault in it. But that's just us, human nature. And especially where we at, it's even worse here, you know? But like I said, if it would have turned out to be a beautiful love story and the relationship lasts, we would have said something different. Hey, take it back. What's going on, baby? Good morning. But I didn't see anything too wrong in them. I mean, wrong with them meeting each other here. I
And let me
found
tell
them.
you, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yes, she said that he was a gentleman. She said that he was
See?
extremely funny, and
Wow.
that she liked the way that he treated her. She said they went out and about and did things. I think she mentioned dinner and stuff like that. She didn't go into very much specifics about what they
Really?
did. Oh yeah, she never she it's a dichotomy, right? I mean, we know that it's
Uh-huh.
wrong for her to come on YouTube and spill their
Right.
business, but at
Right.
the same time, she never said one thing like disparaging about him. So it was an interesting dichotomy. That's why I brought the
Oh.
story to D Spot. Well, they were talking. I guess anyway. I was just like, "Did you see Cindy last night?" And he said no, and I clicked the link and I told him about it, and he played some of the stuff. But yeah, she wasn't like F him and it no, she was very calm.
Oh.
Yes, she was very calm. She was very collected. She was
So,
engaging with the chat. And when she came on, she did not come on to talk about Zillz'S per se. She came
mm,
on to discuss the what she calls is the lies or the mistruths about what she was putting on her community wall in her uploads. Like she
oh.
practices voodoo, and she's like, I don't practice voodoo. I was making a joke, but because of my accent, people took it seriously. But I wasn't being serious. I'm not into that.
Oh,
Then
okay.
she said something about STDs because she has a very dry sense of humor. So her STD
Oh.
comment wasn't about her, it was about if you're gonna be, lollygagging about these streets, you're not gonna bring no STD home to me. It was like she has this dry sense of humor, but she says that she thinks that Americans don't get her sense of humor. So she came on to dispel those rumors, right?
Oh, okay.
And then the
Okay.
chat pushed her kind of, it was a soft look, honey. It was I was in the chat, so I ain't trying to, let me not let me tell the truth, okay, and shame the devil. But the chat, it was like a soft push to like, okay, girl, we get it, but this is what you've been putting very explicit things on your community wall. What's going on?
Mm,
And so
mm,
like 30 minutes in is when she's like, okay, so what? So what? Yeah, we fucked. So what? And
mm-hmm.
then we get the story from there. So that's kind of how it went down.
And so what is wrong? You know what? I don't understand people, and I guess now I think a little different because I am a woman of a particular age. But I know there's a lot of women that have one night stands. So what if they wanted to have sex?
But this wasn't a one night stand.
No, 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 no. Listen,
Okay.
I'm saying it doesn't matter if it was a one night stand, if they did it multiple times, no matter where they travel, it was something that they wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
It's just something you want to do.
Uh-huh.
I might not want to be with you for the rest of my life, but I might want to taste the peen.
Yeah, but
You
she
might
was
not. Hmm?
yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I mean, we're all adults, right? And people choose to
Yeah.
live their lives differently. But for this particular situation, it did not appear as she's telling the story as for her that it was
Yeah.
going to be a hit it and quit it. That is not how
Yeah.
she tells the story.
Okay. But
And
I
maybe
mean,
that's the issue. You know what I
but,
mean? Like she was, her feelings were hurt because he didn't want to claim her.
yes, and that's the sad thing. And
Hmm.
that's the very sad thing because perhaps from their conversation she didn't see that, or she didn't think that he would do that. And so that will
That's
hurt you.
that's what
That'll
she
hurt
said.
you.
That's what she said.
That'll
Yeah.
hurt you. You telling me one thing on the phone, and when you hear sitting with me, but then when it comes to me wanting to go public with you, you don't want to go public. Is as if you shamed
That's what she said.
of
That's
me.
exactly what she said.
Oh, yeah, I
That she
can
felt
get that.
that she felt like he was ashamed of her, and wanted to hide her, were her words. And
Hmm.
she was like, once, basically once I give it up and once we do all this talking, we go
Hmm.
together now. I don't know why you trying
Okay,
to hide me.
so Sassy, is
Hmm.
it a matter of him wanting to hide her, or is it a matter of him not wanting all his business all over YouTube?
Well, I think that that's interesting. I know for me personally that, I mean, you didn't see D Spot, but so for me personally, and what I'm experiencing, the journey that I'm on,
Uh huh.
um, like the man felt compelled because of this situation to click the link and say, this is what's going on between me and Sassy, because I'm not trying to hide her, and I'm not talking
Hmm.
to a whole bunch of women, right?
Hmm.
And I think that that's an upstanding position to take, because we all know that, we know how this works. You know what I'm saying? Generally
Right. Right.
speaking, right?
Hmm.
So it's it's not necessary to claim a person, but if you really are digging them and you don't have anything to hide, then
Hmm.
what exactly what's going on,
Uh huh.
So
Oh.
for
Hmm.
her, she's saying the same thing.
Right.
And she's saying, like, even after this came out, he said, oh, these are rumors. He didn't say, oh, she's, I'm assuming, I don't know what she wanted him to say, but he didn't even say, I don't know what's going on with her specifically, but
Hmm.
she's a really nice lady and we'll just leave it at that. He's like, oh, those are rumors. So then that further hurt her feelings, because they had these liaisons, and she's like,
Yeah.
you just not gonna claim me.
Oh,
So
I would be hurt. I would
yeah,
be hurt too.
it's a touchy situation,
If I'm
I
good in the
mean,
dark, I should be good in the light. If you could
yeah.
be with me in the dark in private, you could be with me in public. Why would you be ashamed of me? But again, I say perhaps he didn't want it just to come to YouTube, Sassy. I don't know, because I don't know. And Trina is saying there's more to the story, but she's leaving. But she said, "Have a good day, guys." But she
Wait, what did
jumped
she
in.
say? Good morning, Miss T. Cindy
Look,
deletes videos. I saw the videos myself. There's more
mhm.
to it as to why people. Well, what she's saying is, I mean, some of the stuff Cindy was saying on her community wall was very explicit. Very.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I saw maybe like two or three posts, and I left. It was enough for me because see, I don't get down like that anyway. I don't get down bringing my business, you bringing your business to a public place. I just don't. I don't believe in talking sex, talking any of my business, especially my bedroom business, in public on a
That
public
was
platform anywhere.
that was a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
and it
lot.
was too much. So would you want, okay, let's take it from there, Sassy. And then I'm gonna get back to you, girly, because this ain't slipped my mind. I saw this too. Okay, so would you want to be with her if you knew she was gonna put all your shit on on social media?
Well, the thing is I appreciate the question, but let's take it in chronological order. I mean, she didn't put it on there until she got her feelings hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but she is an explicit talking person as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, did he know that? Was is that part of the thrill? Is that part of the adventure of it all? um did he
Mm.
was he just oblivious to that? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know me, but you know how I move on these streets, right?
Right.
I don't know you, but I know how you move on these streets, right?
Right. Exactly.
So I mean, how is he so in the dark about it? or you know what I mean. I don't know that I would be making a big assumption.
Assumption.
But again,
Okay.
that we're talking before she starts the explicit talk on, and even before she starts the explicit talk, she starts the hey Virginia, what it do, baby? You know, that's like I'm
Hmm.
here, I'm here. Of course, we
Hmm.
don't know. I mean, Virginia's a gigantic state. We don't know.
Right.
I'm talking
Hmm.
prior to the community one. Da, 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 she said
Hmm.
and did a whole lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and she's
Well,
lying about what she said.
and
Well,
that's what Trina's saying.
I saw what I kind of follow her, Trina. So I don't know what she's lying about, but I would be able to dispel. You know, I watch her from time to time. So,
Well,
um, but yeah, that's my thing is like, you know, if you
mm,
take the chronological order in, we all, you know, I'm
uh-huh.
not a content creator, but I've clicked enough panels for people to kind of sort of know how I'm gonna move. Kind of. I
Right.
mean, you could
Right.
piss me off, and you never know. Maybe I, maybe I'll do a Cindy right now.
Right. I don't know, Langston. I don't know, Langston. But we do know that women are emotional beings. I mean, we all are emotional beings, but you know what I mean? We a little
Mm-hmm.
more sensitive
Mm-hmm.
because I told you the time. I know some of you heard the story about the time me and my husband got into it. And I was crazy, real crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, of course I was younger. And so you don't know how you're going to react when you emotional like that. And that's why it's best sometimes not to react. So, we don't really know. I really don't know what she put on those what videos, because I didn't see it all. But I do know that she got some dragon, she got
Mm-hmm.
some, and to me, I don't, again, I'll reiterate, I don't see anything wrong with people meeting on social media. I don't
Right.
see anything wrong with people meeting here on YouTube, right here in the B
Mm-hmm.
sector, whatever. Is how they move,
Right.
and we can't judge because no matter what we think, she didn't put everything there. She didn't say everything. He didn't put everything, and he didn't say everything. So we'll never really know the depth of the story, right? They
Mm-hmm.
only put a little out. But
Mm-hmm.
I would be very upset if you can be with me in private, but you can't be with me in public. There's something wrong. And I would feel some kind of way, especially if I'm digging you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's old digging you, you know.
Mm-hmm. But still
So I
applies.
get, yeah, hey, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging you. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
old. But
Okay.
anyway, so
I'm
that
digging on
brings
you.
me that brings me to ask you this, beautiful sassy butterfly, black butterfly, because I thought it was a joke. I
Mm-hmm.
really thought it was a joke when Langston introduced you as his lady. So is
Mm-hmm.
that true?
It is
Because
true.
okay, cool. That's good. Congratulations. I hope you guys do well. Did y'all meet on YouTube, or
We
do you already know each other?
no, we met in the sector.
In the sector. Cool. That's cool. So it's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that, right?
No, I mean, no, as long as you're handling yourself, I guess, appropriately, in my opinion. But no, there's nothing overall wrong with it. No.
Okay. Okay, there's nothing wrong. But I did hear that, and I didn't know if it was a joke because the way he came on and said it. And so
Yeah,
I
no.
don't I don't know. And you were like thrown off. And so I
Ah,
was like,
no. I was like, what are you
because
doing?
see, because like I told you, I'm not one to play like a lot of mind games, so I won't invest much time into some things that goes
Mm-hmm.
on here. But sometimes I wonder if we all on a TV show and everybody's trying to audition. I'm not.
Right? No,
You know, some of the
honey.
shit that goes on here, I
Right.
just can't believe is real. So I say it has to be a TV show, and we're auditioning, and some of these people are
Right.
auditioning for it, right?
I
So
don't
that's
take
why
any. I
I
don't
didn't know if
take
this
any
was a
offense in
storyline.
that. I don't take any
So,
offense in that because I
yeah,
definitely would have been like, "What is going on?" Yeah, I totally
mhm.
get it. I get it. Hmm. Yeah, it took
Mm,
it took me aback, honey. I was like, "No, or what are you doing?" But it was for the greater cause. It was like, "No, I'm just trying to tell y'all if if this is going on, this is probably how you're gonna want somebody to to respond or to react, because it's I think." from his point of view, he feels like these streets are dangerous, not just beef
Mm-hmm.
sector, but just in general, the online stuff and
Uh-huh.
the way that men are going about doing what they're doing, and the way that women are, women respond. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it was a valid effort to say, we're not trying to necessarily put our business out on the street, but since
Mm-hmm.
you don't know, now you know, and
Mm-hmm.
this is how you should gauge, if somebody is digging you, or how they should react to you.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah, and so when that was said, I was like, "Is this for real or is this a joke?" I just,
Right.
you know what, I just couldn't put much into it. But now that you're here on the platform, I decided to ask you myself so I can be sure
Yeah.
whether it's true or false or a storyline. Because I'm so sick of these head games on here, my love. I'm
Yeah, I'll
so
tell
sick
you
of it.
this. Like I said, I totally dig that what you're saying, because I mean, I'm
Yeah,
more of a free spirit, but yeah, I definitely know people, that are just like, everything is a lie, everything is crazy.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I totally get it, but I know, just for me personally, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a part of any kind of show. I'm not a content creator. I'm not interested in being in the beef sector or anchoring in the beef sector.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I stumbled upon that I enjoy from time to time. So I would never be in a position to be, lying or making up something or anything. And I wasn't even trying to tell my business that day. You know, he
Mm-hmm.
he decided that
You
on
were
his
thrown
own.
off. Well, I mean, you was like, yeah.
Right.
So that's why I thought it was bullshit. I was like, nah, look how she answering. Uh, yeah. But then I could tell, well, wow, maybe she was put on the spot. She didn't expect him to just jump up there and say that.
I did not. I did
But
not.
now I'm more inclined to believe it, not because, well, for one, because you said it was true, but
Yeah.
because I see how the both of you all are moving.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I notice a lot of things. I don't always come down here and say them, but I notice a lot of things. I notice that talent doesn't go over next door anymore the way
Mhm.
he used to,
Mhm.
and you're not there. So I was like, that could be true because talent doesn't visit that place anymore, probably because of what happened with his lady. I don't know. I'm just saying. And there's
Well,
some statements he made. So.
he's definitely a gentleman. I'll say that.
Well, good. I'm glad you met someone on here. And
Thank you.
I wish you guys happiness. I really do, because I'm inclined to believe you could meet your love anywhere. I could go walk down the street and bump into some, and they'll pick up something I dropped, and our eyes lock.
The
You
hallmark of it all.
Yep, the hallmark. I was just about to say that hallmark white story, but no,
Well,
it happens for real. It's not a white
well,
story. It happens for
I'll
real.
tell you that I'm not very much a Hallmark girl. I'm more like a usual suspects and a
Yeah.
Scarface kind of girl. So I was
Hmm.
not coming on the B sector to find anybody, or was not even looking for anybody. But so we know that, I mean, things just happen, and um we're not Hallmark people, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so what the way that we are moving is definitely going to be a lot different than most people, I guess.
Right. Right.
But I mean,
Right.
there could be a lot of stuff going on in the background, right? And people
Hmm.
never know about it. But taking your time and just getting to know somebody, it's still, because of how you met,
Hmm.
is very important, and prudent to like the outcome. So that's why I think the Cindy thing like maybe
Hmm.
triggered both of us, because it was just, certain moves are gonna be get certain outcomes, and probably, in my opinion, um and it's probably not prudent, especially for a woman.
Hmm.
Once you give of yourself, then what, you know what I mean? So it's just it's an interesting thing, and I am a woman of a particular age, and so
Right.
meeting people online is not, I mean, it's not
It's not
preferable.
unusual. Nope,
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah,
It's the thing. It's the number one thing now,
it
especially with the quarantine. But even before the quarantine, they now have probably, I don't know, statistically wise, am I, the data, but they have loads of websites to meet people on. That's the new thing now. So
yeah,
this would just be
yeah.
a part of it.
But
You
I'm
know, you
horrible at like online dating. I am awful at it. Like
well, okay.
that's not my thing.
But you're not too bad at it because you met Langston here. And so let me ask you this now. Damn, you done came here and you got a brief little interview here.
I
Now,
know.
no,
DKL gonna be
sorry,
mad
baby,
at me.
but if you give me opportunity, I take it, love. That's
I
just
know
who I
that's
am.
right. I know that's
So let
right.
me ask you something. So did y'all just start talking in the chats, and vibing in the chats, and then you decided something different? You don't have to go in detail. Was it just chat buddying, or I saw you there, I liked you? How did that happen?
Um, I mean, well, obviously we were in chats together, but um, I don't. I'm hesitating because I'm like, well, how? I don't know. It that was very organic, so I can't pinpoint like one
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
can't pinpoint one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that he was able to get to know me somewhat because I was talking on panels, and at the time I
Uh-huh.
was on excuse me, I was on iBabe's panel a lot.
Right, right. Okay.
And we would be talking about a lot of different stuff. It wasn't just beef sector stuff. So I think that was
Mhm.
kind of a little peek into my
Oh,
personality. And then I was on stereo
okay.
a lot. I was on stereo every Saturday
Oh,
morning. So yeah,
okay.
there were a lot of opportunities for, and on stereo I'm a little bit looser as what, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a smaller audience, and
Right,
so because I
right.
curse like a sailor, y'all. So I'm cursing
Yeah,
on,
me too.
I curse on stereo. I'm, yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm saying whatever. I'm not reckless, but looser. So I think there was a opportunity to probably get to know like my full personality versus one persona, or however you want to say it.
Oh, okay.
So I
Cool.
don't, yeah. And then it just kind of it just went from there.
Okay, cool. I like that. I like that because, like I said, you could meet your soulmate or whatever you want to call it anywhere. It doesn't matter. When it's time for you all to meet, God has already destined everything for us. That's just how I look at it. So if it was meant for you to meet him here, you met him here through conversation or whatever. Like I said, I thought it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But now that like we all thought Miguel and Mr. Williams, Mr. Carruthers was a joke, but turned out to be, it was serious. It was for real.
I
I
did
didn't
not
see,
think that was a joke, actually. I knew it wasn't a joke. You want to
well,
know how?
because of Mr. Carruthers and Miguel, because of the people they are that I've seen here, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think it was a joke. I didn't think it was a joke at all. When I said some people, because a lot of people thought it was a joke until they solidified it, like, no, we are really together. We talked offline and everything. I didn't see anything wrong with that. Unfortunately, it didn't last long, but still, they were two adults who wanted to further their, um, meeting each other, and they did it offline or behind the scenes, however you guys want to call it. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
I don't think I didn't. I agree with you. I did not think it was a joke. I think that
Me either.
when a man comes out to claim the woman, you can almost 99.9% assure that that is not a joke.
Hmm.
That's a little game for the ladies. If you start claiming him first, you're probably feeling him a lot more than he's feeling you. That's just my
It's
opinion.
say it again,
Okay.
Sassy.
Yeah.
I need you
Yeah.
to say that again.
If you the woman has to, or because we have same gender loving people here. If you as the more feminine energy is going to
Okay.
claim him or her first, then you're probably digging him more than he's digging you. If
Digging
he
you.
if he's claiming you first, you can almost 99.9% believe that it is real. That's just how those energies work.
Ah, okay.
That's just how it works, because he's like, he want everybody to know, y'all can, anybody who was thinking about it, even one to approach my girl, it's a wrap for you. I already locked this down, and I want
Mm.
whatever ladies to know, I'm locked down.
Oh,
That's just
shucky.
that's it. I'm just telling
Talk
y'all.
that
And you
talk,
don't
girl.
have to tell
Talk
them to
that
do it.
talk,
You do
girl.
not tell them to do
Oh
it.
shit. And that's why, not to laugh, but that's
It's
why
funny.
Cindy is mad. That's why Cindy is mad, because
Uh-huh.
Bills didn't do a Langston. Hey, this is mine. This is locked. Y'all could just keep it moving.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And that's why. Let me read some of these comments because I
I
want to
like that
address
Miss
this
O,
one.
the Miss O comment. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I want to address this one. It's funny folks embrace online meeting and then relationships, but tell us we can't form friendships online. That's an
Mm-hmm.
underlying issue, though, with women and each other for another day. No, Miss O. No, Miss O,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't understand it either. Because I think it's fine if you meet somebody online and you form a YouTube a friendship, the YouTube ship. Here's the deal with that. Here's the deal with the problem I have with that. I never have ever said you couldn't form a friendship with people on here, right? The but what happens here, we see most of the times we see, because I want to say this right, I always got to walk on eggshells, you don't want to offend it. Well, most of the times what we see is the YouTube ships or the friendships that's built here is not real friendships. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact. They
Mm-hmm.
full of shit. You
Mm-hmm.
say something I don't like, and then all of a sudden I'm blasting everything you have told me. I'm
Exactly.
showing text. I recorded phone calls. That's why people are so leery of friendships here.
Yes.
But you can form a love relationship, a friendship, anywhere you go, anywhere you at. It's how much you cultivate it and put into it to build whatever relationship. But here, from the YouTube ships or the friendships I seen, it makes me very leery and skeptical if people are true, if people really want to form true relationships, meaningful relationships,
Mm-hmm.
long lasting relationships,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's the problem here, Miss O. For me, is the problem. Let me talk for me. Let me talk for Mz.Teavalocity. For me, that's the problem. Because of the stuff we see here, the only thing a lot of times that I could formulate my opinion would be, all right, ain't nobody no real friends here. Shit, I ain't gonna even waste my time trying to meet no one here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why, Miss O. That's why I think that is, Miss O. But I think you could build a relationship or friendship anywhere you go.
I think I love that comment from the Miss O, and I think she's probably speaking from her own experience that she's forged
Right.
some really great friendships, or and they have,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they have stood the test of time, and they she won't go through all of that,
Mm-hmm.
shenanigans, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I do think, I mean, even though I'm in my situation, and but I do think that you have to be so
Mm.
careful and guarded, and it's unfortunate
Right.
because had we met in real life,
Mm-hmm.
then the person would know my name and know that I literally, um there's just certain things, like, even I was thinking about, even if you meet somebody on Facebook, they know your real name, generally
Mm-hmm.
speaking. They know, they can see your family pictures, they can
Mm-hmm.
see who your friends are. So there's this there's a familiarity that is like, it allows some barriers to go down. Here we're so anonymous that you have to start from, like, do I tell you my name? Do I tell you what city I live in? Do
Right.
I do
Scared.
I don't give you my phone number. We gotta,
Right.
we're going around the Burberry bush to, to chat or to talk. I mean, it's
Yep.
a process. So it,
It is.
it's there. It's a process, but you have to, in my opinion, you just have to be so careful. So even though, Langston clicked the link and said what he said, but some of what was lost is that the way he said, the way that we are moving
Mm-hmm.
is very strategic and careful. We are not
Oh,
like, jumping in, blindly just
uh-huh.
falling for each other. That's not how it's going down. Like I said, we're
Okay.
not Hallmark people. We're like
Uh,
it's very strategic, but, and I don't know if people are taking those kind of
mhm.
precautions, or if they're like, oh, he likes me and I'm just gonna give him all my information, and no, you can't throw caution to the wind, because we met in the beef sector,
Mhm.
so we have to take that in consideration.
Mhm. Well, I'll tell you this too. Miss O hit it. And you know what, Sassy? I think we all are on the same page. I
Mhm.
just I just believe that I'm so skeptical to try to befriend people or YouTube shit people here because I've seen all the bad. Very seldom do we hear good friendship stories here. Now,
Oh yeah.
I've heard some people say they are friends outside of here, but a lot of times, Miss O hit it on a point. A lot of these people hook up just because they have a common enemy. And
Oh,
so
that's
when
awful.
that happens a lot here, just because
Mhm.
you don't like somebody, I'm going to side with you, and I'm going to
Mhm.
go out here and windmill for you, and I'm going to, align myself with you.
Mhm.
So to me, that's not a true friendship
That
because
ooh, go ahead.
so Miss O, you right on point with that one, and I think that's why I'm hesitant to try to make friends here, or and then again, I'll tell you.
You have friends.
No, no, no. At
Oh.
my age and the person I am, this is what I'll tell you. I'm not here to make no damn friends. I'm here to do a job and leave and go home.
Well,
You,
you're an Aquarius, so you know.
hey, I'm
But
telling you the
I
truth.
I two things. I want to Jay Dunn just said something that
Let me hit Jay
that
Dunn.
I had talked. I want to end up with them so though. Them so yeah. I mean, obviously that is so that's such a perfect statement because if you are on the phone and somebody else said this on somebody's platform the other day, but if you're on the phone or whatever y'all are doing, chatting or whatever, and all you have to talk about is YouTube, that's a red flag,
Right.
or at least the orange flag, right? And then number two is if all you're doing is gossiping about, and I won't even say gossiping, I'll say negatively gossiping about people on YouTube, that's another sign. So
Mhm,
the people that I've talked to in the past behind the scenes, yeah, we're commenting on stuff that's happened, but it'd be no different than you and I, Miss T. You know, I'm
mhm.
assuming you and Andrea will say, girl, did you see that? Or, oh my gosh. But it's not a doggy dragon. I hate her.
Oh no,
I don't
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
hate anybody on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Mhm.
have it for anybody like that, you know?
Oh, I strongly dislike some people.
Yeah, see, I don't, you know, I'm only
Good for you.
yeah, I'm 2 years in, but I'm only a year in with you guys. So for 1 year,
Hmm.
I only watch one person. So
Hmm.
so I'm only a year with you guys, but I don't, yeah, I don't have, you know, I'm not a content creator, blah blah blah. But anyway, I think that's very important. So none of the people, you know, the one romantic and the other that were very friendly, yeah, they say snarky comments. I'm not trying to act like we're just, you know, church women up behind the scenes, but I'm saying, but we're not just focused on
Hmm.
all of the negativity. It is more of an analytical kind of conversation. So, but
Hmm.
anyway, the Jay Dunn, that's very interesting because we talked about that. Like, what if somebody was a CC? Then does that put them at a disadvantage? So it's funny that she just made that comment.
Hmm. Wow, that's interesting because I think when we get down to the bottom of it, we all saying the same thing. You can have relationships. You can meet good people here. You can meet, you can meet I want to say the right thing. You can meet a partner here, you know, you could meet your loved one here. You could meet anyone here that you desire to meet. It's just how you meet them and what you put out here for public consumption, because that can make or break your relationship. We talked about that, I think a little yesterday. I tapped on that. Making deposits, I mean making withdrawals without making deposits. Eventually you'll get insufficient funds. And that's in a relationship. If you're trying to cultivate and you're trying to grow and nurture a relationship, you both have to be on the same page, or you have to somewhere meet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm saying that to say this. And so when Zills didn't want to go public with Cindy
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, right there was a red flag for her. Then
Absolutely.
if you can't have me in if you can't have me in public, you can't have me in private. If you can't be my friend in public, you can't be my friend in private. See, and some people like to do that and they play on that. And there's a word play behind the scenes, behind the scenes. I'm so sick of that shit, that behind the scenes stuff. Behind the scenes, you reach me. Behind the scenes, we were talking. Behind the scenes, you said something. I'm sick of that too, because people could play on that as well.
It's a very powerful play. And
It
that's
is
one
a
of the
very
reasons why
powerful
Langston
one.
clicked the link, because it was a very powerful play because of the sector that we're in, to say, I don't want these people in my business. And you know how these people are, honey. They blah blah,
Hmm.
very powerful play for whoever is going to use that play. But meanwhile, it's like, at what point are you going to normalize, the situation?
Uh-huh.
Because you can continue to make excuses because of the sector that you met in, or because of
Uh-huh.
how you met, or what. This can go on for anybody, you know.
Right.
Oh, I
Hmm.
met you at the family reunion. I don't want your family in my business. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
it go it's just, this is just a microcosm, but it can continue to go on. But it's such a powerful play. And
Hmm.
I'm a heterosexual, so I'll just use man and female. But for the man, is usually the one that's saying that. If it's the female, it's the same situation. But let's just take the
Hmm.
man as saying that, because he is
Hmm.
trying to hide you. He is talking to
Right,
multiple people.
right.
He does have business out in the
See,
streets. He can't be he can't be telling everybody that he dating you. Then all the other ones
yeah.
gonna come out the woodwork. So
See,
it's a very powerful play, because the woman is gonna second guess herself and say, yeah, you're right. I guess people shouldn't be in our business.
exactly. Or
Yeah,
they shouldn't know our business.
they
No,
should
no,
know
no,
our business.
Negro. No,
Right,
Negro.
right.
Uh-uh, uh-uh. Let them know I'm yours, and I'll let them know you're mine. Uh-uh. So let me address this right quick. And
Oh,
Bernadette, you said, Miss T, can I say something? Absolutely. Did you want the link to come up and say something, Bernadette? Or you just want to make an announcement after this? Do you want to do it now? How do you want to do it, baby? You're welcome to do it. But yeah, Sassy, that's what I think. And that's a hurtful thing. That's a hurtful thing. And yeah, that's a hurtful thing when people try to hide you. Why are they trying to hide you? That makes you feel some type of way. That makes you feel very uncomfortable with who you are
mm-hmm.
too. Self, that makes you feel self sometimes I just get lost for words.
Self
Help me,
doubt,
Sassy.
self doubt.
Self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not good enough, I don't look good enough, I
She
don't act
said
a certain.
all of those things. She said all of those things.
Yeah, I would think that too.
Mhm. I
You could
now,
just boink me in private. You
ew, yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
see, I
boinking
have a
me in.
lot to say about that, though. I mean, she definitely has some culpability, but I guess it does happen to a lot of people. But
Hmm.
I'm not of the ilk of giving up my precious womb, honey, before I know you care about me. I can't do it,
Right. But
But
but but we talked about that, Sassy, though. See, come on now. We talked about that. Some people don't mind. They
well,
see what they see.
but they
They
say they
want what
don't.
they
They
want.
say they don't mind, Miss T, and then they mind.
Well, I'm saying they say, hey, that look interesting. I want me a piece of that,
Okay.
you know, and they go
Okay.
for it. And
Okay.
then when that
Well.
piece of that's not what they want, and it comes with a different price, you want to dog that piece of peen, but
Exactly.
you wanted that
Exactly. You
peen.
wanted it. You
That
wanted
peen
it.
drove 10 hours for you. You wanted that.
You wanted
And
it,
now
honey.
you got what you want. You didn't take time and out, you know, to see what that peen really
Mhm.
had going on.
What was really, because honey, the peen is okay, honey. But I mean, honey, does that peen care about me?
Right.
Is that peen gonna protect me? Is that peen
Lust.
gonna provide for me?
Lust.
Is that peen gonna come, have my back no matter what? I don't know about that peen, but I'm about to find out about this man. Now that's how Sassy gonna do it. Now I don't know how everybody else gonna do it, but
Well, sometimes that peen came with a price, and it wasn't such a price that I know it was probably a price that she wished she didn't pay.
Well,
But it
she's
is
moved on. She made a great video
well,
last
good.
night.
Did she?
I mean, listen, what I think what one thing Cindy did say is she the way that she handles her feelings is coming to YouTube and expressing herself. She did say that she has a
Okay.
very small audience, so she didn't think it was going to blow up,
Oh, oh,
I know.
Shit, it only
But
take one. It only take one to carry it. Only take one person to be in the audience.
that's it, because I was that one person on D Spot, because I was like, oh, y'all need to know this. This was very interesting, very, very interesting to me. But like I said, that's because she didn't dog him out or curse him out or whatever. So I felt comfortable, talking about it, because
Right.
it wasn't a dogging session to me. It was just, it was personal, obviously, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and it was a something different for the sector, and it was a very honest, transparent moment. But she said all of this stuff in her video. Like, I know, I was putting stuff on my community wall, but I didn't think a lot of people were going to see it, blah, blah, blah. Um, but I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But the point was, is that child, but the point was, is that she was saying that she knows that the way that she releases energy is by communicating it, on her page or doing a video.
Oh.
So she did say that.
Okay,
So
let
I
me
said that to say that
go ahead.
she acts like she's released the energy. Like, oh, okay, I got it out. All right, let's move on. I'm like,
And you know
okay.
what, that could happen. Sometimes, perhaps, and I don't know how she felt. So it's hard for me to say how someone else feels, but perhaps she felt like this. Well, shit, he did that to me. So I'm about to go on this platform. And not that she said anything disparaging, because some people, Sassy, you say one thing, and some people in here said she did make videos and take them down. Maybe you didn't see those videos.
I saw the
Oh,
deleted videos. Yeah.
oh, okay. But anywho, maybe this was just the avenue she chose to release her frustration, her disappointment, her hurt and pain. And it's unfortunate for her, because I know one thing about a woman: when a woman love, they love hard. They
Some,
love hard.
most, I guess.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I
most women.
Yeah.
Well, most women. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
love hard. You love
Love, but
hard.
love. When you said the word love, it's
But they
something
were in lust.
okay, let's okay.
Now I'm just gonna tell you, if
Yeah,
I
right.
really wanted to be real, that
Right.
wasn't love, that was lust. You saw
Right.
something, you saw yep, and you
Wait, hold
wanted
on,
it,
hold
and
on. What they saw?
and you wanted to see how that
Woo!
work, and he
Ah,
wanted to see how that.
I think she called it a zuzu, honey.
She wanted to see if the Zuzu
Right,
go in
right.
the Zuzu, could go in the xylophone with the zebra and the rest of the Z.
Put a zoom, zoom, zoom in your room,
Yeah,
room,
with the
room,
zoo.
honey.
I wanted to
Yes,
see if the
honey.
Zuzu could zoom my zoom. Yeah, whatever, y'all. But the boo boo pop pop pop. So she got what she got. I mean, no hard. But if her releases YouTube, she has to remember public consumption, right? JSL. I always say that what you put out here is called public consumption. However they digest and eat the food and digest it. That's the way. That's the
She
way,
said you can't release energy into the earth and then tell the energy how to travel.
Mm, right. That you're absolutely right. Sounds to me like a diary would be best. Yeah, but yeah. The Zuzu, not the Zuzu, but the Zozo in the Zuzu in the Zoom, and they wanted to see if they could create a little ZZ. I don't know.
Eee!
I don't know. But it's
Zozo,
funny.
not Zuzu. Right, right,
I
butterfly.
don't know.
Mz.Teavalocity making up her
Pizar,
own
so you
words.
don't see us people here in the chat. Well, screw you. Who Pizar? I don't see Miss Pizar in here. Oh,
Yeah,
there she go.
I
Good
just saw
morning,
her.
baby. She just came in, I guess, when I was cutting up. So that's the love story. So we see that love stories can happen right here in the beef sector on YouTube. Babies could be made, marriages could be made. Um, I think when it all boils down to what I perceive, that it was lust. And lust can hurt as well as love. You know?
Yeah, I do have a hard time trying to judge that. I
Mm-hmm.
do. I don't know why I have such a hard time. It's kind of blatant that it was
It's
lustful because
okay.
of, yeah, because of her community wall. But I'm like, I did hear her,
Right.
like you said, I guess lust can hurt as well.
When
So,
someone talks so much, and I don't know, correct me, that's why you here, Sassy, because you know better than me. When you talk about the pain so much and,
oh, girl.
emotionally how you feel, what do you think that is, baby?
Yeah, I mean, just
Because
go
I
on
would
and break
talk
it
more
down.
about how you stimulated my mind and not my body.
How about that?
So that's why I said it sounds like lust to me, baby.
You're
Now, I
right.
could have been love, but it sounds like a lustful moment. And some people can confuse with lust with love.
Maybe that's what I was hearing because I don't know if you know, but like um I really only react to energy, right?
Okay. Okay.
So it allows me to stay calm, and because I'm trying to feel the
Mm-hmm.
vibration, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get all looky or whatever, but I'm just saying that's how I
Mm-hmm.
communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard her last live, and when people were saying she deleted videos, yes, she did. But I'm just
Mm-hmm.
talking about the last live when she came out and said what she had to say. So I'm just talking
Mm-hmm.
about that one. But when I heard it, I hear the hurt, I hear the
Mm-hmm.
confusion, I hear the joy. I can. You can't see her, but you can hear her
You could hear
smiling.
it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can hear her smiling when she's talking about him, right? So I hear these emotions,
Oh.
and again,
Mm-hmm.
it's personal for me, right? There's a
Mm-hmm.
personal aspect. So I'm like, oh girl. But like you
Yeah.
said, when you look about the whole picture of it all, I mean, no, Sassy's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be putting anything about penises on her community wall if
Yeah.
she had one.
Yeah. I
Like,
hope not.
well, honey, you don't have to hope all that.
Ooh, I hope not. I mean, come on now, y'all. I can't listen. I'm a woman of a particular age. Some things I just don't do, and I just think it's not necessary for you to put all that emotional, lustful shit on your community wall. It
It
ain't
was a
even
lot
anyone's
too.
bit. It was a lot. When I looked,
Ooh.
I peeped in there, and I was like, "Ooh, this too much. This too." So that's why I equated it to lust and not
You're
love.
right. No, you're right. I
That
just
was
had to think
lust.
it out
Hmm.
because I didn't want to be
Yeah,
judgmental. And like Trina C is saying, she talks about peen. No, you're right.
yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I didn't feel like when I was talking about it on D Spot, I was like,
Oh
girl,
my
you're
gosh. Oh,
what?
sorry. I didn't mean to cut you. Oh my gosh, Trina C said it's lust. She always talk about peen, not just Zill's peen. I heard her go crazy over other men on here like that. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay, so see, Sassy.
I know.
Oh, so see, I'm gonna call it lust. But however, whatever we call it, go ahead, Sassy.
No,
Sorry to
Trina,
cut you
it's
off.
not. Like I said, I gave a backstory of why I was trying to be a little bit forgiving because I heard her story. I mean, I said it. I heard it. And and it's personal. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I mean,
This
sometimes
transparent.
when you hear people's story, you're like, dang, like,
Oh
okay.
shit.
So
Wow, Trina C said this ain't her first rodeo. See, I don't watch it, so I can't say. The only thing I could do is
Trina say,
uh,
baby, if I'm gonna tell it, I'm gonna tell it all. Trina
yeah,
C.
she said this ain't her first rodeo.
Well, I don't. What Trina C is saying, she talks about men and penises, but she's never been in a YouTube relationship that she spoke on, right?
How you know? Wait, Sassy, let's
I'm
get the
asking.
answer from
I'm
Trina
asking.
C.
Yeah, I'm asking. No,
Has she?
I
I
don't think
had no
so.
idea. Me either, Bernadette. See how talking? We're just over here talking. I was just giving my perspective about meeting people, and it's okay to meet people. They can fall in love. You can meet good friends on here. But dang, she said this is not her first rodeo. And Trina C be everywhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, I don't. I know. That's what I'm waiting for her
Yeah,
to say because I didn't. I'm
I'm
not.
waiting.
Yeah, because I don't remember another, love affair, if it will.
Perspective. That's right.
I don't. Oh, let's take it
Trina
back.
C. Let's take it back. I'm looking.
Oh, Trina, you ain't hear her
Listen,
do
Sassy.
the same.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, yep, yep,
Wait.
yep. I did. Yeah, you're right. I did. I don't know who SQ. Did you mean SK?
That, yeah. I don't
Okay.
know if she met them, but she was going crazy for them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah, I
that's
did hear
just
her say that about
so.
in New Mexico. Yeah, you're right. She's absolutely right. I think, like I
Uh,
said, I think I put some of that out of my mind. It's just like Miss T was trying to blame me for lying. I
when did I?
or I'm being facetious, but
I
you
know,
said you thought my
which one?
situation was fake or whatever. But I think
Yeah,
I
I thought it
thought
was, girl.
I
Yeah, I
know
did.
I
Shit, a lot of us thought it was. I ain't the only one. I'm just the first one probably to ask you in public. Hey, is that for real? Or you guys are just playing?
right.
Cause I was
Oh,
like, that was deep. He jumped up there. He jumped up there quick. And he said it with firmness and sternness in his voice, even though Langston has that type of voice. I was like, wait, wait.
I
You
know.
know, sometimes I have to pinch myself here to see if we are all part of a TV show
I
or
know
some
it.
whatever the show. Because some of the shit happens here is just unreal for me.
I
You
felt
know?
like I was on a TV show then. I was like, is he doing this right now? Why are you
Yes, he
doing
did. It was
this?
like he was proposing to you in front of everyone.
Oh no, you're doing too
Not
much,
that, not
Modesty.
that. No, 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 no. No, I'm just saying that's how surprising it
Yeah,
was.
it was very surprising
Like,
to
you know,
me.
that was like,
But
okay,
yeah.
Sassy, you and I on the platform, and all of a sudden I'm gonna get down on one knee. And you like, is he for real? That's how you was looking. Well, I don't know how you was looking,
Girl,
but
listen, you know how, listen, that's exactly how I was looking like.
like, is
And
he
if you
for
can
real?
listen to it when he starts to talk,
Right.
I say,
You
oh
hesitated.
my God.
And you hesitated to answer. That's why I thought, oh no, this ain't for real. Because it took her too long to answer. But probably because you were startled.
Not probably, but
I
yeah,
mean,
but
well,
I,
yeah.
yeah. But in hindsight, I can see how it could have been
Mm,
that way. And he was just being a gentleman and trying to do a PSA for the lady. So I don't want it
yeah.
lingering out there that number one, that we're neither one of us are the kind of people that would make up a story. That's number one. And number
Well,
two, no, we're not. I mean, you can't, they're not going to find any proof of either
oh
one of
no.
us,
Oh
making
no,
up
no,
something.
no. I'm not saying that. No, no, no,
Oh,
baby.
okay.
Go ahead.
But and then the other thing is because he was trying to be a gentleman and make a point, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
my response was very I don't want to say it wasn't fair because I was startled, but I do want to make it clear, like, no, he wasn't lying. Yeah, that's true. We are getting to know each other, and just
Mm-hmm.
put a period in that because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that it was kind of like left up in the air. Like, why was she hesitating, or why did she move on so quickly or whatever. But I was just
Mm-hmm.
startled. We had not discussed
Discussed it, right.
anything like that at
Right.
all. I
That's why
mean,
I said it was like a surprise proposal.
yeah.
You don't discuss a surprise proposal. You don't discuss a surprise proposal with everybody, right?
And you know what? That's very good because my silly behind would probably respond like that on a surprise proposal too. I tell you, I'm not very Hallmark. I'm more like, a little bit more gangster than
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit more, Scarface. So yeah, I probably would have. And people watching is like, oh, she don't want to be with him. Look how she responded. But that's not true. It's just
Mm-hmm.
I was startled, and and I'm very private. It takes me. I had to
Right.
process it.
Uh-huh.
Like it took me some time to say, why are you doing this again? But I understood, the overall message in it all and why he was doing it. So anyway.
Hey, cool. I want to hit on this right quick too. In Zill's defense, he probably assumed she was a hit it and quit it from her videos. Great point,
Oh,
Trina
very
C.
good
See, Trina
point.
C. And wait a minute.
Very
When
good
you
point.
see that as a man, I'm sure when he saw her carrying herself like that, presentation is very important. When he saw her carrying herself like that, perhaps that did play on him. And exactly, he thought she probably was a hit it and quit it, but she fell in love.
That is really the
Wow, that's
drop.
interesting,
That
Trina,
is the
because you've
drop the
seen a
mic
lot.
comment. That's the drop the mic
Damn, that
comment.
is.
Because
See, Trina, no.
you cannot present because I'm trying
Wow.
to be all mushy gushy and oh late. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
blame anybody.
Mm.
But no, she's absolutely right. How are you going to present yourself is one thing. That's the reason. One
Right.
of the reasons why I don't like this happy to be a slut culture or whatever they call it, whatever it's, just,
Yeah.
oh, I don't care for that. If you do, that's not you personally, but whoever does, that's fine. But I don't care for that, because I'm not going to present myself as a slut and then ask to be treated
Right.
as a lady. I just don't come from that. So yeah, okay, girl, that's a drop the mic.
Miss O, what's going on there, baby? You going? Are you battling with someone? Cause or either I'm behind. I don't watch, but like four people in here, unlike folks assume, I never heard of her till it's stuff. Oh, okay, baby. I see where you at. I just want to make sure I ain't missed something you said. I don't watch her. I just heard people talk about the other day, and of course I'm nosy. I ran over there to see what was going on, and what I saw, I came, I gathered these little sound bites from, what people said. I gathered this, but God, Trina made a good point there. So if you conducting yourself like that, most men don't want that. Most men will use people like that to hit it and quit it. So maybe in his mind, all along, he said this is just gonna be a hit it and quit it. And in her mind, she looked at this probably was going to be a long term relationship.
And
Mm.
I don't want to say hit it and quit it, although
No,
we
no,
understand.
no. Yeah. Ooh. Oh,
Well,
go ahead, baby. No, go
you a
ahead.
mess. You a mess. You like talking to one of my aunties. You a mess, girl.
Oh,
but
oh, Lord.
and I got something to say to Black Butterfly too. But
What did
I,
Black Butterfly say?
she didn't
Oh,
say
okay.
anything, but I have to tell her
Hmm.
something real quick because I rarely ever see her. But so I just don't want to forget. But
Okay.
it wasn't really a hit it and quit it, which is another thing that
Shit.
maybe
Oh.
manipulated her mind. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was
Mm.
remember, she says he was a gentleman. She
Right.
liked the way that he treated her.
Right.
They did stuff together. He drove 10 hours to see her.
Right.
So even though what
Okay.
Trina is saying is absolutely true, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in her mind, I can see how she can manipulate things to be like it wasn't just a dude coming over having sex and then going home.
Mm-hmm.
It was a more thought out pimp game than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes that
yeah.
pimp hand can be real strong, and you
Mm.
got a groom. It was a little
That's right.
grooming involved. It wasn't just come on, let's fucking I'm gone. It was a little,
Yeah.
it was some
Yeah. It
swag
was some
involved
grooming,
in this.
but that's how pimps
Yeah,
do. That's
that's
how
how they
pimps do.
do, honey. That's how
They
they
groom
do.
you. You
That's
the
it.
best thing since sliced bread. You beautiful.
You
I want you. You my number one B. And while they
right.
have 6 and 7 B's around, that's how they talk.
That's
I'm
how they
just talking
talk.
pimp talk. Yeah.
Well, we know how they talk. That's
Lord,
right.
he banged her on the sofa. So, oh my God, girl,
Well,
I got.
she
Oh,
okay. She did say that Trina, you're getting on my nerves. It's too early. I'm gonna have to start drinking
woo.
wine.
Oh my
No,
gosh, I didn't think all this would come out of this.
she did say that. This is the part I don't understand, Trina.
Oh.
She said that he did not want to sleep on her bed. So I don't understand. I don't know what that's about. That was odd. I didn't get it.
Oh. Oh God. I just think is all is life like life. Okay. If I like you, then your choice or on YouTube, then wait. If I like you, then you chooses on YouTube are cool. Your choices on YouTube. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
if I don't, everything will be analyzed and assumptions are your truth if you agree or not. Okay. Okay. I got you, Miss O. I'm reading it, baby. Miss T reaction. I wish y'all could have saw my face when Sassy said that. Oh my gosh, when Trina put that down there, I almost died over here. They did it on the couch. But now let's go there. Trina, is the couch such a
I
bad
know the
place?
house is
Maybe a lot of people
junky.
do it on the couch.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
saying, Trina, that doesn't mean we can get over if I watch her or not. Okay, the house is junky. I'm saying, why didn't he want to? I'm saying it was confusing to me. So he drove that whole way. That means he doesn't watch her, not me. I
she
mean,
the
so
chat reporter.
he drove
Mm.
all that way and then he didn't want to sleep in her bed. Are you saying he
Because
couldn't sleep in the
sleeping in
bed?
her because sleeping in her bed is too intimate. too intimate. So he, oh,
Ew. Okay, wait a minute. I'm
Zills.
getting the
Oh my
heebie-jeebies now.
gosh.
Oh
Yeah, I'm
Lord, I'm
about to,
getting a heat.
you know what?
This right here.
Listen.
This right here, my nigga. Where
Uh,
is Rita? Cause I need some.
Cause wait a minute, y'all. I just came up here to give my perspective. But you never know what happens when you drop a link. You just never
Oh,
know. And when you have my girl Trina and Take It Back,
yeah,
those are
baby.
two very engaging people. I really appreciate when they come
Yes,
over
they
here and
are.
engage with me. You
She
know,
wanna wade through the
oh
junk to
my
get to the
gosh,
room.
Trina, she got something else on here. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Trina.
then you don't watch it because the house is just, oh my God.
But
She may
so she
still
didn't.
be a hit and quit. Just because she want a man don't mean she's not a hoe. Laugh a lot, but Zill's still a F nigga. Okay, ninja. The first time, oh my God, I am so confused. Not all women can handle sexual relationship. If it's going to be sex, that's where it needs to stay. Take it back. I want to talk about that right quick. Okay, let's talk about that right quick. No, let's go to this couch thing and then I'm gonna
Right.
come back. Sassy.
You trying to get a you trying to get around the couch thing. Well, okay.
Sassy, remind me to hit this back. The
Okay.
couch, okay? First time on the couch, no. But maybe they thought that was fun. Maybe they thought that was adventurous on the handle, on the back part of the couch, on the arm. I don't know. I don't know.
Not the first time, Miss T. You
Oh,
know you
I
don't have
don't
sex on
know.
no damn arm of a couch. I wish a nigga would.
Oh God, y'all, I gotta go. Even a jump off gets in the bed. So his goal was to hit it and he was trying to do different. Oh, take it back. Y'all are really doing me
Even a
this
jump off gets in the
morning.
bed, so his goal
Did
was to hit
Zills
what he
express
was
to
trying to do.
YouTube his feelings about women
Well,
in relationship?
y'all, I don't
Oh
know.
Lord.
Is it that
No.
that might be the one time, but then she went to Virginia and they were in a bed, I'm sure. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about all this.
Y'all, I'm getting off that, but I'm about because I am no ma'am, not the couch. You might as well stay in the couch. You guys, I'm not fooling with y'all.
I'm
Take
not.
me back to where I was gonna go. Take me back.
It
Oh
was
shit.
it was
Not
a
all
take.
women could right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Not all women can handle a sexual relationship. If it's gonna be sex, that's where it needs to stay. Listen, in reality, I think for most people that's hard. That's a hard thing to do is just keep it a sexual relationship because there are pheromones and other things that's released in our body when we have sex with people. That's why we have to be very careful of just slinging it here and there because we do have different things released out our body that actually could I'm trying to see how I could put this to make sure.
Connect us.
Yeah, I want to say connect, but I want to say more than bind us together. That's why when men and women have children
Soul
together, it's
ties.
so hard for them to just walk away and not continue to have a feeling for that mother or that father because they have connected these special hormones that's in our body. So it's very hard for people to hit it and quit it. Even though you may think like that, you go in a relationship, yeah, this just gonna be a sexual one. This just gonna be a sexual relationship. We both agree. Somebody walks away wanting more. They want more than just a sexual relationship. So those are kind of rare. What do you think about that, Sassy?
I think that people fool themselves into thinking that it's just sex. I think that a lot of
Yeah,
that comes from past trauma or some type of something. I think that that
yeah.
type of mentality, I'm sorry, that, comes from some type of past trauma or event. But if you really think about, soul ties are a serious thing and exchanging that type of energy is a more serious thing. So I do think that people should be a little bit more careful, but then on the other hand, I understand people just wanting to have a good time, but again, you can't really convince me of people wanting to have a good time when it ends up like this. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So this dichotomy that people want to make me believe that, oh yeah, I can just go out here and screw anybody I
Hit it
want
and
to.
quit it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then no, something inevitably happens, like you said, with one person or the other. But the can we touch on this really quick, because this is another great
I think I see it, baby.
which one?
Go ahead. Go ahead,
The
Sassy. Touch on it.
the did Zills express to the YouTube his feelings about women and
Oh,
relationships. Last
I
time I
didn't
heard
see
him,
that.
yeah, last time I heard him speak, the conversation was not
Hmm.
that great. That is a really good point because when I used to watch him, I'm using that a little lightly because I watched him because he came on the other person's channel. And so I told y'all I always give a person a click and a view, but there was
Hmm.
just not really a connection. So I maybe seen him maybe, I don't know, a handful of times, I guess. I don't know, maybe less. But that's how I do know that he has a car.
Hmm.
Because he would drive around in his car. Again, this was months and months
Right,
ago.
right, right. Hmm.
But the other thing is that the way that he would speak about women, and I have seen him do,
Hmm.
I've seen him do some stuff, that I thought was questionable, in back chats and stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it just wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really vibing on that. But that
Hmm.
particular question is very valid for anybody. I'm not
Hmm.
picking on Zills, but Cindy's
Right,
or Zeal. Somebody earlier said, "Well, he watch her wall? Well, did she watch
right.
his videos?" And she did. And so these are seemingly
Yeah.
probably two like-minded people that
People,
connected.
exactly. It
Yeah,
sounds like they two like-minded people, but she presents hers in one way on here and he presents his in another way. Oh, Sassy dropped off. So somebody said the first, I'm gonna need a bed and some, here goes Sassy. Oh, I'm gonna need a bed, some flowers, and some money. So how come he couldn't? It's a possibility he handed her the flowers on the couch and he gave her some money and they got to it.
can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Okay.
Sassy.
Okay. Ooh, what? You done made up a whole story while I was
I done
gone.
made
What you
up a
say?
whole story. She sat down on the couch. She opened the door. She sat down on the couch, and he said, "Here's the flowers." And then he gave her a card, had $50 in it or $25 for some dinner, and
Y'all
they
are
sat
just
there and talked.
I'm
And
not.
then they went to town. I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all are
I'm
just
just saying.
I'm
I'm
a
just
mess.
saying.
I don't know
I'm
what
just
happened to
saying.
my picture. How do I get my picture back up
Yes, the
there?
way he spoke about women was a clue. Yep, she didn't take the clue. But then again, I'm gonna tell you, even though she sound hurt, she, somehow she fell deep for him. I'm still going to say it was lust and not love. And
Yeah.
lust could make you think that you're in love.
Hmm. Okay.
Because if you saw his videos and you were taking the clues or whatever and you listened to him, and plus you guys had many conversation, you would have known what he was about. And even though a person can lie, you still could see through some of people's BS unless you just want to be naive.
That's true, but the other side is what Butterfly is saying. Maybe he
What she
did like
say?
her. Maybe he did like her at first, but then, she could have done something that turned him
Ah,
off. We were
you
talking
right.
about that just a little bit, smidgen, Butterfly, before you came
Earlier.
in. That, yeah, I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I mean, we don't give enough credit to,
Credit to it, yeah.
people saying, yeah, I was digging you at one point. This happens with friends.
Yep.
This happens with everybody. It doesn't, I mean, what we forget, there's a reason, a season, and a lifetime.
Come on now.
Yeah, like it's like I mean, I'm very perplexed by that in these particular YouTube streets, because it's like when people no longer like each other. Oh, you never liked them. Oh, I
Yeah,
could tell
right.
they was moving funny. Oh, I
Hmm.
knew what? That doesn't mean that.
I was
It's some
side eyeing them.
I was
I was
side
side
eyeing
eyeing
you,
them.
really? Okay,
I've
well
been
no.
side eyeing you. And then they come down here and they try to humiliate you because
Exactly,
they
but
hurt and they want you to hurt. So by
it's
bringing it here, I don't know. I would have not made that choice. That's just a fact. I would have not made that choice.
no, she knows that. I mean, I don't know if
Hey,
she
Nina.
knows, but she knows that wasn't
A wise
that
choice.
was not a wise choice.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was an interesting story for us, like I
Yeah.
said,
It was
for
very
me.
interesting.
Yeah, personally, it was like, okay, I get, okay, I didn't know people was meeting up behind the scenes like that, honey.
You thought you was the only one, girl. But see, with that, with that being said, baby, hey, her story led to you and Langston's story. So what? I mean, what can we say? We full of surprises here.
full of surprises, aren't we, honey? Baby, I was in the story and I was
You was
surprised.
in the
Okay.
story on exactly. Remember, I said it was like a surprise proposal to you, and all
It,
you could say was yes.
yes, that's it.
Because if I said no, so you say yes. It was a beautiful thing, you
Honey,
know?
that's all I can
It was a
muster up. I was
beautiful
like, no,
thing.
no, 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 no. I did
Hmm.
not come up here to talk about that. What are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was
but I appreciate you answering my questions in reference to you and Langston.
yeah,
And
no
like I
problem.
said, I wish well for both of you guys. And let me tell you something. You guys aren't the only ones with a relationship on here. I'm sure it's secret relationships on here. And just because of the area we in, they're afraid to let people know to go public. But
And they
it is
should
what it
be.
is.
I would
And
not.
they should
I
be.
would not
Shit.
advise it. I would not. Definitely would not advise it. But
Jason
before,
Finch, I'm feeling bad for Tracy. Where did Jason just come in here with this conversation off? But anyway, okay,
interesting.
well, you go ahead. I feel bad for her anyway. Nobody deserves a broken heart. Exactly. I feel bad for her too. I feel bad for her because it didn't turn out the way she wanted. And as a woman, I know what it is to love. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't take us very long to fall in love. People, that's a fallacy. You have to know people for years to fall in love. I just think that's a fallacy. You have to know somebody for years before you marry them. To me, you don't have to know people for years, to marry them. You get to know a person each and every day. You can have a relationship with someone for years. For years, you still wouldn't know them.
My dad always told me that.
And
Always
but
told me that.
yep, you still wouldn't know them. Your mom doesn't know everything about your dad. Your dad doesn't know everything about your mom. Um I don't know everything about my husband. My husband don't know everything about me. You just never know.
I totally agree with thee, Miss O. I don't think she was used, just disappointed. That's what I think
Yeah,
too.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks be acting like they require 1,800 count bed sheets in the rose petal, but they on futons and Stella Rose in the room. But this was a lot though. But let me tell you something, Miss O. You could pretend to have anything to be anyone you want to on YouTube. That's the beauty of YouTube. You could pretend like you live in a mansion and you may just be living in a tent some damn where. We don't know these people.
Yeah, persona is
We
a
we yeah,
persona.
persona is a persona, and we don't know these people. Let's see what they say. I don't like men using women at all. Maybe he didn't use her.
I don't think he used her.
I feel bad for Lord. If this guy out here, I feel bad. I don't feel sorry for Cindy at all. Thanks, Trina C, because you've seen the other side of Cindy. See, you
Hmm.
you just told us some stuff that I know I wasn't aware of, and neither was Sassy. It
I was
again.
aware of it, but
Oh,
I
you was
did
aware of all the other stuff.
like when she said, like when she was saying about the other, talking about the other peen, I was like, when? And then when she
Uh
said
huh.
it, I was like, oh yeah, she did say that. So that's when I realized that I kind of was
Oh.
suppressing some of the stuff. But thanks, Trina C, because yeah, yeah, that was pertinent information to see the other side. I mean, she just made some
Oh, okay.
excellent points.
Oh, okay. Trina C, that's my girl. Trina be on the money, don't she? And take it
Baby,
back. Take,
take it back,
baby.
sis.
Well, no, take it back be on point too. Both of them be on
Mhm,
point. I don't know
mhm.
how, but they'll set it straight for you. If you confuse or you missing something, they will fill in the blank for
They're
you.
one of those people that see
Yeah,
things and
they
don't
see
forget. And
everything.
I bet you like they're one of those people who can like recite movie lines
Oh, probably
or
so.
songs, like one of those
Uh-huh,
kind of people
uh-huh.
that retain like excellent
Yeah, have that
details.
memory.
Yeah.
What's that memory? Yeah, they have that memory. I don't. I don't,
I
y'all. I
do
have to
not
be honest
either.
with you.
I can't. People
I
say
don't.
lines of like famous black movies and they be trying
Me
to take
either.
my black card. I be saying, child, I ain't seen that movie in 20
Queen
years. I don't
Diva.
know.
Queen Diva tell you, she tells me all the time, I'm gonna take your black card.
Right?
You didn't know what that movie was. You didn't know where that came from. You didn't know that song. I said, no, I don't. But I have a photogenic memory.
Yeah. Well,
If I, yeah,
our gifts are different, right? So
right.
that's a very a good gift in this sector to be able to recall like every
Oh yeah.
single detail. Our gifts are all different, but
Mm-hmm. But this have been interesting. I did not come on here to have this much fun. I really did. And this turned out to be fun and very interesting. But I don't want Cindy to see this video and think that anyone downplayed her feeling, dismissed her relationship, or talked ill over here. I was making a statement basically in her defense. You can meet someone on here, you can fall in
Mm-hmm.
love,
Mm-hmm.
you can develop love, relationships, and friendships. It's just how you guys decide to take it to the next level. We have a couple hot and heavy now.
Oh
I
Lord.
I have her on my platform, and I greatly appreciate her. Telling the truth, letting us know. No, this is not fake. This is for real, baby. This is real, Mz.Teavalocity. This ain't no fake stuff. Now we're not part
Okay.
of the show. We're not auditioning for the show.
No ma'am.
You
No
know,
ma'am.
all right. I appreciate that.
No
I
ma'am. Hey,
appreciate the engagement.
I appreciate you too. I mean, DKL is gonna be mad at me because he asked me yesterday, and I was like, I'm not talking about this. But
Well, you didn't really talk about it because I had a lot of other questions, but I just left them be because I didn't ask your permission to ask you those questions, and I wasn't
right.
going to put you on the spot, beautiful. I don't operate like that.
I know it. I know it.
So I
I
didn't
know it.
put you on the spot,
And
baby. But
neither would
boy,
he have. I'm just saying,
oh
I mean,
no.
I love him to
Mm-mm.
death. And I just kind of
Oh,
like
me too.
ignored
Mhm.
it. Yeah, I just ignored it yesterday. So shout out
Well, now
DKL.
we know it's
Right.
official.
Right. I know,
It's
right? What did he say?
official, D
Cindy is gonna
Spot.
cuss y'all the F out. Sassy knows the convo on ODS wasn't bad and she cussed everybody. Oh, did she curse me out too, JL? I don't know. I didn't see that.
Oh, it's okay for people to cuss me out. Y'all already know how I get down. Hey, they could be cussing me
I
out,
was
making videos. I'll never
concerned.
know because I don't give a damn. I
I
ain't
did
that invested.
did she curse me out? Can somebody let me know? Because I was a little concerned that she was gonna be because I was very I don't want to like put salt in the wound.
Mm. Look,
So
Sassy
Sassy
knows the
getting cussed
convo.
the F out too because she came up here defending Cindy and then remembered all of ah I didn't come up I'm not a defender or a negator. I was speaking factually.
Is
So when
you
people
know
use
what?
that windmilling kind of thing, that's not really my gig. I was just speaking. Well, and again, I was talking about that one live. I was not interested in
Right.
like talking about all of her other stuff, but what Take It Back and Trina C were saying was truthful, but I just wasn't talking about all
She
that.
wasn't getting in that, right?
I
She
wasn't
wasn't
getting
trying to
in
go
all
there.
of that. Yeah, I was just talking about that one live. So that's all that
Sassy
was.
getting cussed the F out too because she came up here defending city and then remembered all the city. Hey y'all, it is what it is. We can all
Oh,
cuss. I'll
God.
be okay. Exactly. We
Right.
can
We could
all
all
cuss.
cuss. Right.
Listen, we choose not
Yes,
to. And
yes.
remember,
Oh, she
I
did.
am a
She said she went off on
sassy, yes.
everybody
She
and the
went on for
combo wasn't
everybody
even
in the
bad. Girl,
oh
I was busy. I didn't even see it. My bad, Cindy. It was such an interesting story and it was relatable to me, girl. I mean, my bad. I'm sorry that that you felt any angst because we're talking about this. But it's such I this is me. I'm more like this kind of stuff. I wish the beef sector was this kind of stuff cuz I'm a documentary girl and I really want to hear about real life stuff. And I'm not to say that beefing is not real life, but I don't beef in my real life. You know what I mean? And I don't like I when I curse it's because I'm happy, not because I'm like upset with you. So I like this goofy like love story type of stuff in a said in a real life transparent way. I liked it. So I talked about it, but so I didn't wasn't trying to put salt in your wound. But you did put it out there, girl. And you're very explicit on your community wall. So even before I talked about it, you are. You talk about dicks and pussies and how wet it is. So it's very
oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry I had to say that, Miss T, because
Come on.
it's very explicit. And so I felt like if you're gonna be that explicit, then how can you be so sensitive about somebody talking about it? I mean,
Boom.
I'm not
Trina
gonna be
C
talking
said
about
it.
how tight and wet my pussy is, girl. I'm
Oh,
not I'm just
oh,
I'm just
oh.
okay. Miss T,
So
Miss T, I'm just saying.
you know over here. Okay. Cindy, if you don't want us to talk about it, stop making videos because I'ma watch and talk and laugh. This has been an interesting morning for Miss T. She had no idea we was going in this
Listen,
direction. But
before I
let me tell you
go,
something.
oh,
Go ahead, baby. Before you go wrap it
But
up. Go
before I
ahead.
go, I don't
Mm,
know if Black Butterfly is still here. I hope she is because I have a
she's
really
here.
quick. Okay, I have a really quick funny story. So, um, before I came to the beef sector, I think I was always, I think I was always S Black Butterfly or something. I can't remember, but anyway, and I had her same emoji, that same Black Butterfly
Mm,
emoji, and and again, it was like S Black Butterfly. It was something. I can't remember, y'all. It's like a year and a half ago. But anyway, and then I go into SK's Discord and people are like a little bit weirded out by me, but I don't really know why. And so finally somebody asked me, they were like, "Are you the same Black Butterfly that does blah blah
hmm
blah blah?" And I was like,
hmm
"No, I've just kind of came over here in this sector or whatever." I told my
hmm
story. And then that's when I decided to change my emoji and put or my avatar and then put like spell out Sassy. So I just wanted to tell her that because I never really see her in the comments. We don't move in the same circle. So, but that was like almost a year ago. But I know that she didn't know that. But I thought that was such an interesting, funny story that people were like talking to me as if I were her, but I
It
wasn't
was,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. But anyway.
Yeah, I remember because I saw Black Butterfly too. Let me address this. Let me hit on this. It's not a love story, it's a heartbreak. She doesn't want a friend, quote, a friend exploiting, and nor is she going to do an interview. Well, I didn't, sweetheart. I don't want an interview with her. And I don't know if that's directed to me, and maybe I'm interpreting your statement wrong, but um I named this a love story because it could have been a love story, and I did my perspective about it only on bits and pieces of what I heard and little of what I seen on her videos. So it is a heartbreak, and I feel bad for her because I know women are emotional beings. We all are emotional beings, but I know that our hearts can be broken really quick when we don't get the outcome that we expect in a relationship. So no one here is dismissing her heart pain, her heartbreak or pain, and no one is exploiting her. I think when it comes to me, peace, if that's what you're saying, and maybe okay. Okay, okay, but know this. Anything we put here for public consumption is content for everyone. It's how we use it. And I have said this more than once. I like to take the negative and turn it into a positive because there is a positive in every negative. We just have to look for it. And that's what I was doing this morning by having this live. Now we had some twists and turns in here and it was fun. Some of it was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't dismiss the fact that this lady heart is broken, and I don't diminish her heartbreak. However, I was telling you from my perspective what I thought. Okay?
And I
So
think you
with
did a
that being
very good job at it.
with that, we had fun, you guys. We had fun. Peace, love. Who is her friend? Cindy explores herself. She's over 40. She should know better. So, with that being said, Sassy, is always a pleasure to have you on the platform and, be transparent, we'll say. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
sometimes you get me in trouble, Sassy,
I
Sassy. This may
know
be
you
one of those
always
days.
get me in trouble.
I
Like
was, oh, I always get you in trouble. Okay,
you
I was
all every
really,
single time you get me in trouble. So I'm just gonna know at this point, you know, when I
okay,
click this link, honey,
okay.
I'm gonna get in trouble. We're gonna have a good
Yeah,
old kiki and we'll work it out. You know what I mean?
and
That's
we'll
just
keep
what
it
it's
moving.
and we're gonna keep it
We'll keep
moving.
it moving.
Most of all, we're gonna keep it moving. Thank
We'll
you
keep it
again.
moving.
Happy Tuesday. I'll see
Happy
you.
Tuesday
I'll
to
see
you.
you in the morning or perhaps in the streets later this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sassy, for joining me.
Thanks again for having
With
me.
that
Bye bye.
being
Bye,
said, you're
chat.
welcome. Bye bye, baby. With that being said, guys, like I said, you can find love here. You can build relationships here. You could do whatever you want to do in this on this social media, these social media sites is up to you. You know, Unfortunately, things didn't work out for this couple, Zills and Cindy. I wish them well in their future endeavors, whatever direction they go. But know this, everything is not for public consumption. Dang, my dang computer about to die. Hold on, y'all. Because I didn't know I was going to be this long. Hold on, people. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to wrap it up anyway. But dang, I didn't know my computer would die on me. Okay. When you out talk the battery, that means you talk too much. I done out talked the battery life. So anyway, with that being said, but you can. You have to, and it doesn't take years for you to fall in love or to like someone. Okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't take very long for you to love to fall in love. It just depends what that person is giving you, and how that person is making you feel. So I wish them both well. But know this, when you put it out here for us, to consume, we eat it and digest it our own way, and we all do it differently. So with that being said, let's get ready to get out of here. I had to run and get my cord. Whew. You know what? I put it like this. I see. Oh shucks, I see a lot that goes on, and I don't say anything, and I see what's going on now. Some things I just don't choose to entertain. And again, I didn't do this in a harmful way. I tried to turn the negative into the positive. That's one of my taglines: turning dust into diamonds. With that being said, if you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs. They are our future. They're looking to inherit something other than stress and heartaches and struggles. So make sure we try to create generational wealth. It doesn't take much for you to be a blessing, then a bother. A simple hello, how are you? Can I buy that coffee? I'll open that door. I'll grab those groceries for you. You look beautiful today. Oh, I like your hair. I like your hair. It doesn't take much to bless one. Here's $1. Go grab you a cup of coffee, $2 or whatever your heart tells you to give to someone. But it doesn't take much. Let's focus on being a blessing and not a bother, especially in times like this. We need to do our part to make life a little easier for people, including yourself. We talked about that yesterday. Relieving stressors in your life, pinpointing them and relieving them, walking away. I'm not sure what M. Bernadette was talking about, but M. Bernadette, is it something else you want to say before I get out of here? You wanted to make an announcement. I dropped the link for you. I'm not sure. I didn't follow up with you. But with that being said, thank you all for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button. And if God's willing and I'm able, I'll meet y'all tomorrow morning at 6:30 with my perspective. Peace and be good. Be safe. All right, and Bernadette, thank you. I don't know, Miss Pizarro. That wasn't my focus, baby. I see it happening, but I'm leaving. Thank you so much. Take it back. Thank you for your engagement as well.